So today's tutorial is going to be a quick one, so please stay tuned. And if you're new to my channel, you're highly welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much and God bless you. So I started off with my brow time to lay the brows nicely. Then I went ahead with my carrot gel liner and my angled brush to outline the brows. I already did the skin prep and skin work off camera. I'm really sorry. I promise in my next video I will show the full process. So this was my client who came for a makeup section for her pre-wedding shoot. Guys, the rush was too much. I don't like people rushing me while doing makeup, so we just had to manage. The hairstylist was doing her hair. So after outlining the brows, I went ahead to fill up the scanty areas before using my spoolie brush to brush again. So after drawing the brows, I'm going to be highlighting her underbrows with this Flawless Ivy concealer. This was the exact concealer I used in highlighting the face to highlight the brows. Next thing I did was to use a blending brush to blend immediately so that it won't get dry and look tacky. So after that, I did the other brows following the same method. So next I'm highlighting the top of the brows with the same foundation shade I used on her face to highlight the top of the brows. I do not like using the concealer I used underneath the brows because if I use it, it will look very untidy if I'm not able to blend it well. So it's best to use the foundation shade you use on the face to highlight the top of the brows. After that, I went ahead to set with this powder palette from Becharm Cosmetics. So I'm using this shade here to set the concealer on the highlighted area. So after that, I'm going to be applying this shade here on the inner corner of her lid. So I always like to put some setting powder on the outer corner of the lid before applying my eyeshadow. Then moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be using my Veebeauty eyeshadow base to prime her lid. You can also make use of your concealer to prime the lid before applying your eyeshadow, but I used an eyeshadow primer to prime the lid. So after that, I'm going to be blending it in order to achieve a smooth-like finish. Then I went ahead applying some setting powder on the areas underneath the eyes to avoid fallout from the eyes. So moving on to eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking this eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to take this shade here and apply it on the outer corner of her lid and gently blend it towards the inner corner of her lid. So my client wanted a particular look. She wanted this look I'm actually creating because she didn't want something loud. She saw this look on my page and told me this is what she wanted. So I had no choice than to do what she told me. Left for me, I would have done something dramatic, you know, but she wanted something subtle, so I had no choice than to do what she asked me to do. So the idea of doing someone's makeup while the hairstylist is styling the hair is disturbing. Trust me, I don't find it comfortable, but at this point we had to manage and do the work because we were in a haste. So after blending this eyeshadow, I'm going to be adding this other color from the same eyeshadow palette and apply it on the outer corner. So next I'm going to be using this shade from the same powder palette to blend out the eyeshadow. So after that, I'm going to be using this shade from the same eyeshadow palette to, you know, draw a line on the outer corner of her lid. So after that, I'm going to be using that brush I used in applying the eyeshadow base to blend the inner corner of her lid before applying the next eyeshadow. After which I went back with my eyeshadow blending brush to blend. So moving on to the next eyeshadow, I'm going to be using my Beach Wave eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to take this shade here and apply it on the inner corner of her lid. So this eyeshadow is well pigmented and is really popping, but if yours is not popping, all you need to do is to take a setting spray and spray on your brush before taking the eyeshadow. Trust me, it's going to pop. So after that, I'm going to be applying this MK pigments. I first of all used glitter glue and applied it on her lid before adding some pigments on her lid. So the pigment I used is the same color with the eyeshadow. That's why you'll not really notice that I applied pigment, but if you look properly, you will see that there's pigment on her lid. So this pigment is going to help the lid to pop very well. So after that, I went back with that brush I used in lining her upper lash line. I went back applying more eyeshadow there, just on the outer corner of her lid. And I went ahead using a blending brush to blend, to avoid any harsh lines or demarcation. After that, I went back applying more setting powder on the outer corner of her lid to define the lid. So before, I went ahead using my carrot gel liner and my angled brush, the black shade, to line her upper and lower lash line. So next, I went back with the eyeshadow to blend the gel liner so that it would tally with the line I created with the eyeshadow. So I went back using the eyeshadow to smudge out her lower lash line. After that, I used my eyeshadow blending brush to blend again because I want to achieve a flawless finish look. Then I'm going to be using my Zaron mascara to prep her natural lashes and also give it volume. And I went ahead wearing her these lashes from Chi Lashes. I love these particular lashes a lot. So moving on to the lip, I'm going to be using this nubanbeauty lip stain to outline her lip. After that, I'm going to be applying this Elsa's lip stain in the middle just to brighten up the lip. So she said she didn't like this lip I created. I had to change it to this one. So she preferred this one. So I had to I used my Blossom lip palette to achieve this. So next I used the same Zaron mascara on her lower lashes. So moving on to powdery blush, I'm going to be mixing these 3 shades from my V blush palette and apply it above her cheekbone and a little bit on the tip of her nose. So I'm going to be applying powder on the edges where this frontal stopped, because after removing this hairband there was a very harsh line in between the makeup and the frontal. So I'm just using the powder to see if I will be able to cover it properly. After that, I'm going to be dusting off the excess powder on her face.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, 'cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going on.
After that, I used my powder brush to blend. Then I went ahead pressing her natural lashes and her false lashes together. So I'm going to be using that contour brush I use in contouring her face to blend out the setting powder on her reverse contour. So after that, I used my powder brush to blend her cheekbone so that everything will sit well into the skin. Then next, I'm going to be setting the face with my Kiss Beauty Fix Spray. Then I went ahead using my fan to dry it immediately. So after drying it, I'm going to be using this Maver's Beauty highlighter and apply it on the places I want to highlight to pop. So I added a little powder on her smile lines just to cover it up. Then I went ahead using my powder brush to blend out the excesses on her face. After that, I'm going to be setting the face for the last time with my Keys Beauty Fix Spray. Then I went ahead using my fan to dry it up immediately. So my client didn't let me make a video of her after the whole process. She just had to leave immediately. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share and subscribe. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.